Greetings everybody. So today I want to talk about how we can use something like statcrunch, which is included with MyMathLab, or Excel, which is something that so many computers already have on them, Excel or something like Excel. But I want to talk about how you can use those tools to make a scatter plot. Okay, and what we do here is that we have this data here that represent the number of hours worked and the hourly wages received by 12 production workers. We can't really tell what the data is just reading the question, but if I click this, it says here's the data. There's this worker that worked 33 hours in a week, and their particular hourly wage was $17.16 per hour. There's this other worker who worked 28 hours a week, and they earned $15.54 per hour. Okay, so that's what the data is. Different workers working different numbers of hours per week, getting different hourly wages. Okay, now in making a scatter plot, want to see these as points. See my graphs over here? Hours will be left and right, and the hourly wage associated will be up and down. So there will be a point at 33, which is about over here, with a vertical coordinate of 17, which is somewhere up here. Okay, but we'll have to do that for every point in order to see an overall pattern. Okay, if this was the right answer, then what that would show us is the more hours somebody tends to work in a week, at least according to this survey, the lower their hourly wages. See how it slopes downward from left to right? That's what this would tell me if that was the correct answer. But let's talk about how to get the correct graph. Now, you can get a piece of paper out, draw a line vertically, draw a line horizontally, and plot these points one at a time. You could do that. It would be a lot of work, but you could do it. But like I said, I wanted to show you how to make a scatter plot with either statcrunch or Excel. So with statcrunch, what I can do is first I open the data, and then I do this open in statcrunch, and here it is. Okay, next I go to graph and I find scatter plot. That's the name of the thing that we're trying to make. It's called a scatter plot. When you've got a bunch of data points, this number is associated with that one, this number is associated with that one, this is the X, that's the Y. Putting those on a graph is called a scatter plot, so we do like this. Now, I've got to make sure this has the right arrangement, and I see that on my answers, hours is the horizontal axis, and that would be X. So when you select hours, because here, hours, right? Okay. And then Y would be hourly wage. And that's all I need to worry about for this problem. I can compute it, and then there's the scatter plot. Okay, now one thing I notice is even though it was fairly simple to have statcrunch do this for me, it doesn't really produce this thing on the exact same scale as these. Like on these, like the points look a little more bunched together is all I'm trying to say. But still though, I'll identify the one with the same arrangement of points. It might take a careful eye to do that though. And here's the one that I think will do it. So let's look at it like this. So see, I've got these 2 points almost vertically aligned. Okay. And then I've got these 3 points making like a L like that, and see those are like right on top of each other. The vertical scale is smushed down quite a bit, but there they are. Then I got these 2 points right there. Okay, then I got these like that, and then I got this last one. So this is the only one that fits that arrangement point for point. And I was kind of looking at them in groups. First I looked at these 2, then these 3, and so on, but I was able to find them all and match it up. So it's got to be this one. I could have ruled this one out right away. I mean, look, see how the points are pretty tightly matched together, sloping downward, and same thing here, sloping upward. I mean, as I was looking at it, I was only considering this one or this one, but this is the one that matches it point for point. So it's got, the answer is going to be B. Okay. All right, so that's how we can get statcrunch to do that for us. Now, you can also do this though. Notice if I click the data, one of my options is open in statcrunch, the other is open in Excel. And I think everybody should learn how to use Excel. It's a very popular tool. I mean, I think if you do anything technical at all, at some point you'll be using Excel to do something. So if you don't know how to use Excel, I think now's the time to learn, okay? So say I open in Excel and I get this, all right? Now whoops, let me get rid of this chart. Okay, so here's how it opens in Excel, if I choose to do it that way. If I would like to get Excel to make a scatter plot, then I go about it like this. So I highlight the data like this, and I go to insert, and then there will be like all these charts and graphs of different kinds. And under here is a scatter plot. So this is like what I was trying to do in statcrunch. So there we go. And again, like the points might be bunched together a little bit more than my liking, but maybe it even compares better than the one in statcrunch. Look at it. I think it does actually. Okay, so if you have Excel, it's pretty easy to download the data and, you know, produce something like this, which is what we're trying to figure out in this particular question. All right, but nonetheless, if you don't have Excel, statcrunch is included with the problems in my math lab, and I showed you how to do it that way, and I think it's an easy enough tool to use to answer this type of question. What's the alternative? Paper and pencil. You draw the graph yourself, which takes a lot longer, but it would still get the job done.